And everybody throws up. We're all good.
Everyone loses their voice.
All right. Twitch channel is live. Yep. There we go. Show the chat. Already got a new follow. Well, I'll take that.
Jason, no messing about.
Thank you. You're one genus, GHness. I'll take it. I don't even know if you guys see those alerts, and do you guys see my alerts in chat?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll pop up new follower.
There we go. TY guys in the house. Hey. Number one in the chat.
Hello. First in the chat. Lizzie Bumblebee is in the house. Hey, Stinger.
Hello.
So we have Queen Bee in the house and the princess in the house as well.
The princess. All right. So emotes look silly in the chat in the tool. Just to let you know.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Because I did the emotes on Stream Manager, and then in the chat, it's like...
Oh, it just gives the name. All right.
Yeah. So I'll send that to Streamlabs and say, hey, can we have our emotes working?
Yep. Can we actually see the emotes?
All right. If you're just tuning in, everybody, welcome. I am RhinoMonster. I am also have co-host Jake2Z on that side.
Hello.
And we have the Vincinerator right there, depending on what you see on the screen, is how we are.
Right, there we go.
He's down there. Yeah. He's down.
I'm at the bottom of the pyramid.
He's holding us up. He's literally carrying us right now.
Yeah,
right. It's an inverted pyramid. I'm on the bottom.
There you go. Welcome. This is the TwitchCord Podcast Day. This is the pilot episode, so very first episode. We want to thank everyone that's going to be tuning in today. And again, this is something that we're going to start doing probably once a month for now. And we're just going to talk about games. We're going to talk about streaming, advice on anything left, right, and center. We're going to rotate out a couple of these guys down here to other future guests down the road. So keep an eye out for that. We are also going to be taking questions from the chat and giving advice and stuff like that. Make sure that your questions, please, be game related and streaming related, please, because it just makes it easier. So we're going to be randomly taking questions out of that as we go. So again, thank you for popping in, and welcome to the very first pilot episode of TwitchCord Podcast. I'll leave it up to these guys if they want to do their intros and all that. If you want to host this stream, we're streaming live right now on RhinoMonsterGC. If you want to host it, just go to your channel, go to the chat, do /host RhinoMonsterGC, and this podcast will be on your channel as well, hosting. As this ends, towards the end, we will raid somebody randomly from the chat. We will pick somebody that is active in the chat, that is a streamer, that is going to be live streaming towards the end of this thing. Once we do that, this will also be archived up on my YouTube channel for future, that you can go back and check out how funny we look back then. So welcome. Jake, Vincent, by all means, if you want to say anything, go nuts.
I'll let Vince go first.
Let me go first. All right. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Vincinerater on Twitch here. I'm a variety streamer. I stream pretty much anything and everything. I'm not a big online multiplayer person, but you'll occasionally maybe catching me jump into the division with Rhino and Jason here, and Orange Dax. I've jumped in with him as well, but mostly I'm a single player, story driven type of gamer, and I got a bunch of fun things over on my stream there as well. People are scaring the shit out of me with screams and sound alerts this morning playing the medium,
and it's double screams too. He gets
double screams.
It's a 2-for-1 for him.
That's right. Buy one sound alert, get one free. That's what's going on over there. So I guess that's me. That's me in a nutshell.
All right, Jason, our future stream. Whoops, on that side. Our future streamer, by the way. Go ahead.
I think the reason I've been brought in is to make Rhino and Vince look a lot better on stream, because the ugly cousin of the from the UK. We've always got big representation from the Canada front right there.
Yeah, right now it's Canada take on the UK
Canada versus
UK.
There's all them things that you can get from Canada, like your maple syrup and your ice hockey, and what have we got to offer? Yeah, I'm running out of things already to think of things that we can offer from the UK. But moving on quickly before we all get banned. I'm here to represent more the viewers. Obviously, you've probably found out quite recently. I've had a couple of tests at streaming just to see what this is all about, and I know Vince was dying for me to get out of the beta testing and into some proper streaming. So that will be happening probably quite soon as well. But yeah, I'm pretty much here to kind of like represent more the viewer side and talk about maybe the support side of things as well. So that's kind of like the reason I'm here today. And back over to Rhino himself.
And don't forget, everybody, all our streamer names are above our channel names are above our videos. So if you want to go check us out, just basically, hey, type in that streamer name into Twitch, and then go to our channel and hit that follow button. Smash it as hard as you want. Help support everybody in here. As I said, this will be a monthly thing. If this goes well, we're going to probably do it maybe bi-monthly. Keep it maybe 2 episodes a month, and we'll see how it goes. As I said, I will be rotating these two guys out apparently occasionally here, so you might see their faces pop back and forth, or we might do a cardboard cutout if we can't find anybody. But other than that, this is the format how it's going.
Yeah, you can bring David Aki in to do the ventriloquism when we're not available.
Get him to host the damn channel.
That's right.
Get Davey Aki in here, and then we can just go away. He'll do all our voices.
That's right.
All right. So gaming. So before I do that, big humongous shout out to Lynette in the chat right now. She is taking care of the chat for all of you. So make sure you are also being a big shout out to her, thanking her for the help of modding the chat for us while we're doing this. We do see the chat here. We can see everything and interact with you as well. But Lynette is our modest goddess. So, and don't forget, she will be streaming next month. At the end of the month, she will be streaming as well. So show the support back. Just a quick, looks like we've got Melamax in the house, Lizzie Bumblebee's in the house, Clint Flicker, Petty Lives Matter, Lady Trooper. Hey, Lady Trooper, how you doing, girl?
We are honored.
Wow, we got some Facebook royalty in the chat, you guys. Look at this. Lady Trooper is in the house. Genocide is in here. Von Darkmore is in the house. Arizona Veterans in the house. Who R33C3 is in the house. If I don't do the whole name, I'm just trying to catch up to everybody. File 5 is in the house. Jolly Jarbear, welcome. Rez is in the house. Are currently live, Rhino Monster. Again, if you want to host this, feel free to host it on your channel. By all means, it is absolutely awesome. This is absolutely insane right now. So again, gaming. We got lots of cool games coming in down the pipe. As you know, we are in 2020. We just threw out 2020. We're in 2021. We threw out 2020. So a lot of cool games are coming out, like Outriders. What was the one we were just talking about?
The day before or something?
Day before, which
that's what it was called.
Insane. Which day before? Let's talk about days before. If you haven't seen day before, just go to day before gaming or daybeforegame.com. Right now, it's on Steam. Being shown. It looks like it's a Division 2 complete replacement, completely survival in New York. It is probably what Division was supposed to be for us. Right. But it looks good. I don't know if it's coming for PS5 or Xbox Series consoles, but I definitely hope it does not come out for the PS4 and Xbox One, because it'll just melt the machines.
Yeah.
But if you guys saw the trailers, right?
Yes. Yeah, I saw the trailer, and
okay.
I questioned if it's even going to look like that on a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X.
Because they
pulled out all the ray tracing
on it.
Yeah. And it's running at a smooth 60 frames per second. I mean, it looks good. I mean, they're classifying this as an open world MMO survival set in a deadly post-pandemic America, running by flesh-eating, hungry, infected, and survivors killing each other for food.
Post-pandemic. I wonder where they got that idea from.
Yeah.
Post-pandemic.
Yeah. I don't know, but there was some royalty something on that probably.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how they're going to fit this into like a multiplayer, because it says you wake up alone in a world you no longer remember, setting out to find answers and resources to survive. So sounds very interesting. I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
looks fantastic.
It sounds exactly like you've stepped into another Division type game. But the actual look of it does look absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'm hoping that they do keep it for the higher end of the PlayStation 5, the PCs, and the new Xbox, because otherwise it's just not going to look nice in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. So, but it does look absolutely beautiful. So
yeah,
fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, the first thing I saw in that trailer is when you're first of all, a moving car. Like it drives in, your character gets out, and it searches other cars. Like you were able to open the door and search in the car and stuff like that and find something. I'm like, well, where the hell was that in Division? There's so many crashed cars. Yeah. Like you could have searched them all. First of all, a moving car was pretty cool seeing in that trailer. I agree with both you guys. I'm not 100% sure if it's coming up for old gen consoles. I hope not. No. It might just be only a Steam game too. Like it might just be PC Steam. So, because that's where they showed it first, right? And again, as Vincinerater said, it's got so much ray tracing on that I think it might melt the other machines. So who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they've taken note of what CD Projekt Red did with Cyberpunk there, and they're not going to try.
Yeah.
they're just going to have a hot mess, bad press. Yeah. It's not going to look good.
No. I mean, a bit of a car crash with Cyberpunk, to be fair. As much as, obviously, I think you guys have said yourselves, as much as you've played the game Cyberpunk and quite enjoyed it quite a lot, the fact remains that there has been such a big backlash where Cyberpunk is concerned. So I think they'll probably want to avoid it as much as possible, doing another, shall we call it now, a Cyberpunk. So I think it'll just be a case of as long as they do their utmost with it and maybe learn from the mistakes that Cyberpunk's made.
Yeah, you figure they must.
Yeah, you would hope so.
All right, so again, we'll just segue right into Cyberpunk because it did have a recent patch. In fact, they released that patch twice in the same week, by the way. The 1.11. Or 1.0, 1.10 and 1.11 that came out. Now, when the first patch came out, it did break some more stuff on the PS4 and the Xbox One consoles, where it just did not make it playable. Because I was watching some streamers, and it kept the phone up to one of the characters, and he could not do anything. Like he was just like, what do I do now? I can't accept it. I can't do the mission. I can't get out of it. So I was in his chat. I said, just try to reload from your last save and bring it back in, which happened to clear it out, and he was able to do stuff. But the newer patch, the 1.11, cleared that all up. So I played, as I said, for 4 hours to finish my playthrough. I didn't stream it because it's the ending of the game. I don't want to spoil any of the game if you haven't seen it. But it ran smooth for me on my PS5. It ran smooth. It was going well. And again, I'm running it off an external hard drive as well, because all PS4 games for me go on an external hard drive. Still looks gorgeous, the game on a PS5. But when I got to the end and I'm watching the credits go through, and some of the credits are actually pretty cool because they have like little videos going in during the credits about each character and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And all of a sudden, boom, crashed. I'm like, son of a bitch. It's like, you gave me 4 hours and then in the credits crash. It's like,
oh yeah, hell? They got to remind you what it was like pre-patch.
Oh, the very first day I streamed it when it first came out, I had 4 crashes during my own stream, right? And then the second day, another three crashes. And then it ran smooth for a while where I got maybe one crash every 3 hours. But so they got some PR stuff that they need to fix for that for sure.
Absolutely. What other games are you guys looking forward to then?
Go for it, Vince.
For me,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm looking forward to.
Oh, by the way, Butterfly Swan, how you doing? I see you in the chat.
Butterfly Swan, welcome.
Fuck noodles.
Yeah, let's get all the swearing out there, guys. Let's get all done and dusted. Fuck noodles, fuck muffin, bacon butter.
Steak noodle, bacon buttocks. She had another one yesterday that was hilarious. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, yeah. So Vincent, games you're looking forward to for the next couple months? Yeah.
I'm not even sure when they're dropping. I mean, I'm looking forward to Horizon.
We'll just say within the first quarter. First quarter.
And I'm not sure. They haven't announced the new Horizon on PS5 dropping in the new first quarter yet. No. But I'm looking forward to that. What else is coming in the first quarter here? I mean, the Medium is what I was really looking forward to. I'm already playing that.
Well, I know on the PlayStation side, all I know is Little Nightmares 2 is February 11th. We got the Outriders demo on February 25th. And then Outriders of course, on April 1st. We've got Resident Evil 8 Village in May. That's coming out in May. Right. Cross fingers.
I don't know how I forget about that one because
I know.
I am waiting
Resident Evil. You got me playing Resident Evil 7, you bastard.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's a good game. You have to play Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to finish that before 8 comes out.
Yeah. I mean, Hitman 3 just dropped. I'm not a big Hitman person, so I haven't jumped into that.
And it doesn't hold your attention too much, Hitman. It's all right for a good half an hour type of scenario, but not for long term, I don't think, Hitman.
Yeah, and then Outriders, I guess, is coming out. I mean, that wasn't on my radar, but I mean, Rhino, thank you. It's now on my radar because it does look good, and everybody's talking about playing it. So I will probably jump into that.
Is Returnal? I don't know if you guys have seen the previews for Returnal, which looks really, really good, coming out for the PS5.
So that one's like a Groundhog Day in space, right? Yeah, it's a time thing. You got to keep doing it until you get it right or something.
Yeah, and I thought I saw yesterday that one actually got a delay. I'm not sure when it got delayed till, but what has been delayed.
Melamax just mentioned Halo Infinite is coming.
It's coming.
First
quarter. I don't think it's first quarter, but it is definitely coming. Hopefully this year. I was just listening to another podcast yesterday, and they were talking about what if it gets dumped to 2022. What's that mean for Xbox, and how are the fans going to take that? Because that was supposed to be a launch title, and to see it even pushed back a year is means that it was in a really bad state. I guess another one here, Deathloop. Deathloop on the PS5 looks pretty good.
Yeah, that looks similar to Returnal as well, where it's a bit of a Groundhog Day in some kind of scenario.
Yeah, but it's also 2 people play. You can't, because the main person you're going after can be another person that's going after you. Because there's you trying to get through everybody, and as soon as you die, you have to repeat everything, right? And then the main character you're trying to kill can be an actual person on the other side trying to kill you. That's what I've been reading on Deathloop. That did get a small delay as well, but I think it's supposed to be on track now for whatever the release date is for that.
I think we're going to see a lot of delays because of obviously shutdowns with businesses and what have you. So I think maybe the first quarter of this year might be difficult to get some new games out. I think we'll be probably pushing them towards the end of at the middle to end of this year.
Yeah, and Smurfette just shout out in the chat there. Destiny 2 has a new DLC later in the year, of course, because they need to keep us with some content in there. But she's also saying that it could be some cross-play by December of this year. So
that sounds interesting.
that would be interesting for the Destiny people out there to do some actual cross-playing and then do some major rage grinding in that.
But for someone saying Resident Evil 4 remake has also been delayed again.
Resident Evil 4, remake. Yeah,
that's where we are going to have
Resident Evil 4. I agree with Vincent. Resident Evil 4 was my favorite. I loved Resident Evil 4.
That was a fantastic game. And I don't even know if they've officially announced the remake yet. I know there's a lot of speculation on it. I'm hoping for it, and I would love to see that as a
Dante mentioned Diablo 4. What do you guys think? This year or next year?
I don't know. Blizzard has not talked about Diablo 4 in a little while, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's this year.
Smurfette, you're going to get me blushing in a minute.
Bloodborne 2? Was that even announced, TY guy?
No, I think that's on the wish list because I don't think that's been announced either. Yeah, we've all got those wish lists for sequels.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. That's
coming. That is coming this year.
Did they not give a date to Ratchet and Clank yet? I thought they might have done.
Confirmed, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't see it in the list here.
Yeah, I don't see it in the store yet.
Yeah, like Deathloop is supposed to be coming in May. It looks like May 21st is the date.
Yeah, that's the new date for that one, yeah.
Again, Far Cry 6, another one they're talking about, but again, at what point?
No date for that one either. My guess is when they do the next game, that virtual game conference there, I think, in March, April, or something like that, they'll probably do some announcements, because usually around March, we get game announcements that are coming for the new year.
Right.
Pretty Lives is on a new God of War game.
Oh yeah, the new God of War. Yeah, I can't wait to play that one.
I think they gave a fall of 2021 timeline for that. I don't think they're going to hit it, but I hope they do. I'm not sure when Ratchet and Clank is supposed to be dropping. That was another one.
I've just come across that, and it's just literally saying to be confirmed. So again, I would imagine maybe towards the end of this year, maybe even beginning of next. Another one that I found interesting as well is the new Lord of the Rings Gollum, which looks quite decent. Again, another one, no confirmation in any way, shape or form as regards a date. So again, I've just got a feeling that a lot of these games are going to be massively delayed.
Yeah. I mean, COVID's taking a toll on everything. I mean, all these guys are trying to work from home and not have all their code leaked out before final release.
Gotham Knights, another one I've just seen. Gotham Knights looks absolutely amazing, but again, like no confirmation on any kind of date.
Oh yeah, you got Gotham Knights and you got the Suicide Squad game as well, right? One's by Rocksteady and one's by the Warner Brothers gaming company as well. I think of Montreal that's doing
Montreal.
Yeah.
Both those look really good as well.
The doc has arrived, guys. The doc has arrived in the chat.
The doc. Dr. Suleiman.
Dr. Suleiman, how you doing? Gamer Mommy's in the house. Dante's in the house. Smurfette's in the house. Thugs Gaming just popped in. Razzle's still in here. Butterfly Swan is still hanging out. She's Far Cry 6. I'm in love with the disabled dog. He's badass. No, I didn't even know there was a disabled dog in that game.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot about Far Cry 6. That was supposed to be a March game, I do believe, which has been pushed. I mean, it's been slow. A lot of these games they're not even talking about lately.
There's a zombie game, which is the same people did Back 4 Dead, called Back 4 Blood. That's actually coming out as well. So that's basically just a co-op shooter or zombie game type thing.
There's the Hogwarts Legacy game as well, but that's not 2022.
That's going to be a while for that one. Yeah. And then there's this other multiplayer one called Hood, Outlaws of Legends, that people are talking about as well.
Yeah. Ghostwire Tokyo is another one. I think that's coming to PS5.
That Ghostwire, that does look interesting game.
Hey, Woods, thank you for the cheer bits. Greatly appreciate that. And again, anybody that's doing any cheer bits and stuff like that, I'm going to say thank you now, just because we don't have the alerts popping up on the actual chat here, because I'm not using my normal my normal setup. I'm using a web setup for this podcast, but I do see it in the chat. So thank you for the support. Greatly appreciate it.
There's a couple of games I've seen that do look interesting that are kind of like more of a cartoon version as well. If you remember the old Dragon game, Dragon's Lair back in the day.
Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. Those are awesome.
One called Sabo that look quite interesting.
Yeah, no, those ones look pretty cool. Definitely want to be checking out a bunch of the stuff. My next one will probably be Little Nightmares, because it is February 11th for that one, and it's a small game, so it's not very long.
Yeah.
I know Milky Joe was streaming Little Nightmares 1 again to get ready for Little Nightmares 2 before Medium popped out. Since you're playing it, Vincinerater, Medium. Give us the spiel about Medium, because it looks good.
Well, I mean, it's
trees, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a psychological horror game, right? I think the dev team is Bloober Entertainment or Bloober Gaming. They did the Blair Witch Project, which I thought was a fantastic game. It took me forever to get to it, but I mean, it's kind of a mix between, I'm going to say, old school Resident Evil. I know Milky's kind of throwing it out there saying it's got some Silent Hill vibes. I mean, Silent Hill is very blurry in my mind. It's been so long since I played it.
It still gives me nightmares to Silent Hill, the original one.
Yeah, and if you've played Control, like the narration style of Control, there's a lot of vibes of that narration in the Medium as well. So it's a fixed camera, so it can be a little odd at times to walk around. Right now, there's some performance issues with it. But I mean, I still highly recommend it. If you get a chance, go play it. I mean, it is on the PC platform and Xbox. So unfortunately, it's one of the, I'm going to say, rare Xbox PC exclusives. So if you're only on PlayStation, it's not available to you.
Milky Joe saying Shining vibes as well, deep story. So I mean, that's high praise indeed if they've got Shining vibes going on in the game.
I like because I watched Milky Joe streaming it. I also watched Vincinerator streaming it earlier today. I like that dual camera where what you see in one reality is helping you do stuff in the other reality and vice versa, right? So you see your clues and the room is completely different, because I remember one scene that Milky was in. There was a broken stairwell in the present, but in the other reality, the stairwell was perfectly good, and it's telling him to go up the stairwell. And Milky's like, "No, I don't want to go up the stairwell."
Why would I do this? I wouldn't
do this. It's not going to be there later. What the hell?
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, I have a hard time focusing on the story side of it when I'm playing on stream, and you have 15 to 20 people chatting at you. So I have to go back and kind of play it off stream and kind of do it justice to dig into the story a little bit more. But I'm loving playing it. I like the dual reality aspect. That is kind of neat. It is a little kind of disorienting trying to walk with two different characters and try to pick one to focus on. But no, it's a fantastic game so far.
And Dr. Suleiman, I think he just gave us an update on the Destiny 2 actual DLC name. It's called The Witch Queen, it sounds like, coming out later this year. So for all you Destiny 2 fans, I think that's the big name of the next DLC. I have been so out of touch with some Destiny 2 stuff. I've been major Destiny player from the beginning of the days. My biggest pet peeve of Destiny 2 right now is, how do you play the main campaign again? Like, anybody new jumping into Destiny 2, you'll never see the main campaign because they changed the game so drastically. They took out 4 planets that are main story parts for the main campaign. So I have no idea how anybody's going to enjoy that campaign, which was a lot of fun to play. But I have a gut feeling Destiny might going to turn into a World of Warcraft type world where you just log in and play Destiny, and then they just pull things out and put things in as they go to keep the install size under 100 gigs, right? Because it used to be over 100 gigs. Now it's like 60 to 80 gigs now on the PlayStation. So they streamlined that a bunch. So who knows?
Yeah.
Jason, game of the day, recent games you're playing.
Obviously,
Or
Ghost of
testing?
Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima at the minute is the one for me at the moment. That's the one that's taken my time up. I do want to spend a little bit more time in that game, to be fair, because it's one of those games where I think you can just wander around for quite a while. And it kind of like reminds me of Red Dead 2. I spent quite a long time wandering around in Red Dead 2, not really doing much other than getting up to a bit of shenanigans. So yeah, absolutely. The Ghost of Tsushima, it's just Tsushima. That's because my girlfriend keeps calling it Ghost of Toshiba.
Yeah, pronouncing the T. Yeah,
so I keep pronouncing it Toshiba.
Ghost
now.
of Sushi.
Toshiba. But yeah, the absolutely beautiful game, and to say what Smiles is saying exactly, yeah, it's an absolute gorgeous game. So I'm looking forward to that being on the PlayStation 5 as well. I know we've obviously seen it from Rhino when he's been streaming. It does look absolutely beautiful, but I just want to actually see it myself on a decent screen.
Yeah, Dr. Suleiman has been saying that he's been spending lots of time taking the screenshots in the game because of the scenery.
It's such a gorgeous game. I'm glad we've all got a chance to experience that. Yes, Dr. Suleiman, Ghost of Toshiba.
Yeah.
Tech
Ghost of Toshiba.
Tech turns Ghost of Toshiba, yeah. So I have actually finished the main story finally. And again, a big shout out to these two guys and Dr. Suleiman for getting me to play Ghost of Tsushima. So I finished the main story. I did not stream the ending because, again, it's a great game. I think you guys should, if you haven't played it, you got to experience it on your own. You shouldn't get any spoilers watching the endings and stuff. So I'm going back in and just doing cleaning up the map, like doing all the side missions and some of those red dots that pop up and stuff like that. So just clearing house. And I'm going to start, after I clear that out, I'm going to start trying to do that legend stuff as you guys were mentioning. So I might be boring one of you guys for that. Because I know that co-op story missions, and what was the other setting in that? Is it?
There's co-op, there's survival, and then they have some raids in there, I think, are the 3 different modes.
Yeah, that's cool.
So be interesting to jump into a raid.
For sure.
Definitely interested in that raiding.
Yeah. Well, I haven't tried that yet, and it looks interesting because I've had a few people come into my stream. Have you tried the raids yet? I'm like, I didn't even know we can do that yet. So
yeah. And I mean, Soulstraw has told me a few times that the legend story missions are better than what the main story is given. So
really?
I still need to jump into that. Apparently, you can play it single player as well, but
offering his services to you, Rhino, around the extra bits and pieces in Tsushima. So there you go. You have to take him up on his offer.
Oh, I probably will. Probably will. Chat, everybody in chat. Name a few games. We'll have a couple of. We'll just talk about a couple other games you guys pop up in the chat, and if we haven't played them, we'll critique, give advice about them, and yay or nay about them. So everybody in chat, start popping in some games. We're just going to randomly pick a couple, and then we're going to talk about streaming because we have somebody brand new to streaming right over here. So we're going to get his feedback of his first 2 test streams and stuff.
Yep.
And we're going to also hear about Vincinerator's audio fun.
Audio? We want to talk about audio? I don't know.
Because I know him and Not So Dead Proof were having fun with the, was it the NVIDIA broadcast tools, right?
Yeah. We use it. I thought it was fixed, but my camera froze yesterday, so I'm not sure. It's half fixed, half baked.
So we got McDonough just said a Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy VII remake. Who's played
remake, it? But I've only played the remake was only the first part of the getting to the main city, right? And that was it.
Yeah. The Final Fantasy VII remake just took place in Midgar, and that was it, which is, I think, the first 4 to maybe 8 hours of the original Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So I have played the Final Fantasy remake. I think I got most of the game actually up on my YouTube channel. I
Cool.
streamed it before I hopped on Twitch. I used to just stream, with no mic, no camera or anything, just gameplay up there. That's how I started. And, I got most of the game there, and I don't have the ending sequence because Square Enix wouldn't let me stream that. It recognized, hey, they restricted that. Yeah. So, I mean, I really enjoyed the game. The story was fantastic. The parts that kind of dragged for me was when you got into towns. And I think that's any RPG I play. When I get into a town and things kind of slow down, it's, that if I'm going to fall off of a game, that's where it's going to happen. But I did play all the way through.
Well, I know I did 80 hours plus in the original Final Fantasy VII. So, but Final Fantasy X that was it. I stopped there. Have not played any other Final Fantasy games since then.
No. And you know what? I think that's where I kind of dropped off with Final Fantasy as well. I mean, I played 7 on the PS1, finished it, did everything I could there. I played 8. 9 came out at the end of the PS1's life cycle, so I've never actually played that. Tried playing 10, and I played a bit of it, but I didn't get into it, and it kind of fell off. And the last Final Fantasy I think I really got into and played most of it, never did finish it, was 15. Did have a lot of fun with that.
Was that the online one?
No, 14 was the online.
14 was on the online.
Yeah.
So Butterfly Swan mentioned Far Cry New Dawn, or Far Cry 5 New Dawn. I think that was what it was. Has any of you guys tried that one?
Dawn.
I wish I had my gamer buddy. I wish I had my gamer buddy Demorta 13 in the house here, because he played it. I know that.
Yeah. I played Far Cry 4. I don't think I played New Dawn, and I've played a little bit of Far Cry 5. Far Cry's never been a game that I've gotten into. I've always played it as filler, and I think I finished Far Cry 4, and I think that's because that came out very close to the beginning of the PlayStation 4's life cycle.
Yeah.
And there was nothing else to play at the time, so I ended up playing Far Cry 4 all the way through, achieved the platinum trophy in it. And when Far Cry 5 dropped, I mean, there was just too much else going on around it. It wasn't it's not really my jam, I would say, but it is fun just to kind of pick up and mess around and blow shit up.
Yeah. Can't you ride around on an elephant and do that too in that game or something like that?
Far Cry 4, you could, you could ride on an elephant, send them into encampments.
So uniquely mentioned God of War Ragnarok. We're not going to talk about that one because unfortunately there's not much to talk about that yet. So we're going to have to pass on that one. But I'm going to bring one up. Has anybody played Dying Light?
No.
Dying Light.
Zombie game. Very, very under the radar. It's a excellent game to play. It's definitely on like a major discount in the store right now. You can also get the main DLC that you can buy the whole thing with all the DLC and everything together. Like even the DLC takes place like outside of the area that you're normally playing in and stuff like that. So you have a whole new area to play, a doom buggy to run over zombies with and stuff like that as you build it up. But it is an excellent zombie first person view parkour style game. So
it sounds like you're the average gamer is quite happy about that game.
When it becomes nighttime, shit happens.
I played a bit of it. Again, that's another one I didn't play all the way through. Oh, I got visitors.
More cookies.
throw the cookies.
Smiles, you talked about a game called Project Athia. Have you guys heard of this game? It sounds like the same people who did Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, done by Square. I've seen it. I think that is farther off though. I think that they're talking November, December, possibly. But it's Square. I mean, there's a 99.9% chance that is going to slip into the 2022, 2023 timeframe. I did see that pop up here when I was scrolling through.
Yeah, it does look quite pretty, shall we say?
Yeah.
Ooh, we got Miss Melon 666 has just jumped in. How you doing? What's going on? She says, hi, my lovelies. Gatsby, welcome. We got a bunch of people popping in and out. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for tuning in as well. Is there any other games that you guys want to talk about, or should we talk about some streaming?
Yeah, talk about some streaming.
Streaming. All right. Yeah. So again, these podcasts, again, we'll talk about games coming out and stuff like that. And we're going to also talk about streaming in general, hopefully some advice. So again, get your questions ready in the chat as well, because we'll randomly start picking some of these out and start talking and hopefully give out some advice about streaming. We've got myself. We've got Vincinerater. We've got Jake2Z, brand new to streaming, by the way. So streaming in theories, my little history on streaming, I started back on YouTube way back in November of 2016. You'll find this story. There's a comment about November for some reason. I don't know why, but I started in November of 2016 on YouTube, just doing a handful of recording videos, putting them up there, made the minimum requirements to get monetization turned on at the time. And then on April 1st of 2017, they changed the monetization to having 1,000 subscribers. So they took off the monetization off my streams or off my videos, even though I signed the agreement with them. So I took a break from YouTube. After dealing with that. Then I jumped back on in November of 2019 on Facebook, grinding my ass off, got all that going. I've got awesome 1,200 plus followers there. Met a lot of friends, met some good people, support everything. But Facebook as a platform for me was pissing me off for streaming side of things. So it was also thanks to the guy to my side here, Jake, and Vincent and other people that were in my stream that one day that Facebook suspended my account for sharing my own stream. We jumped over to Twitch because I was multi-streaming at that time and decided, hey, you should go for your affiliation. So thanks to these guys and everybody in the chat supporting my channel, I am now your Twitch streamer. So you're stuck with me there.
Yeah.
Again, we created TwitchCord. Myself, Orange Dax 95, Local Pescado Gaming, So Starkey, Liv. We also have a new admin on the side here as well, possibly another admin below me here. We created it for Twitch streamers, gamers, and people that support streamers and gamers. Again, no Facebook postings for any Facebook Live and any of that. Are just a good community, non-toxic, drama-free. Hopefully everybody has been helping everybody out as best as they can. I know with the time difference and stuff like that, but it's not just a, hey, let's just drop our link. Hey, look at me, drop my link. No, everybody is popping into everybody else's streams and saying hi. So I've been seeing a lot of that, so greatly appreciate it. And again, thank you very much for being a part of the TwitchCord. Vincent, I'll let you do a little stream history there.
Stream history? So yeah, like I was mentioning, I started kind of just streaming from my PS4, like I said, with no camera, no microphone. I've been doing that on and off over the years to, my YouTube channel. And I finally took the leap, I guess, to move over to Twitch and get a setup going here back in March. I think the biggest driver for me for that was, my 9-year-old son was wanting to do YouTube, and I started kind of dabbling with it. And, next thing I knew, I was streaming on Twitch, and it's just kind of gone from there, and I'm a developer by trade. So it's kind of allowed me to start playing with some of the, I'm going to say, the more advanced things that you can do with your streams, add a bunch of buttons, why not have a stream deck? Who doesn't? Yeah, so it's kind of allowed me to tap back into that developer side of things. Like I'm playing with Leorian board, which, allows me to, my chat to interact with something on my OBS. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I forget to turn things on. I have a huge go live checklist that I should be running through. Sometimes I miss a few things, or, I, put in the wrong information into my kind of rolling, alerts that go through chat. But no, it's been fun. And I kind of jumped in feet first and, threw a lot of money and a lot of equipment at it. So, I mean, I'm running a dual PC setup. Also, I got my capture card. I'll stream the PS5. I haven't streamed off my Xbox Series X because there's no point to it, being that everything drops on Games Pass on the PC. But I mean, that's kind of been my journey so far. It's been a fun ride. And, stumbling across yourself, Rhino, I think initially when you were multi-streaming on Twitch, and then finally seeing you make the jump to Twitch, I've been part of your community and now the TwitchCord community pretty much since that's happened. So it's been great. Everybody's been supportive, and, I can't appreciate everybody enough. So big shout out to everybody here in the chat today.
Yeah, and love. Yeah, we got RITC Gaming just popping in and saying hi. So welcome. And we got Gamer Mommy still in here. Thugs Gaming still going. Miss Melons is still in here. OG Don Mecca is in the house, you guys. Butterfly Swan is still hanging out. She's like, whoop, whoop, TwitchCord. Awesome. Milky is still with us. Melomax is still in the house. McDonough's still in here. Genocide's also in here. Love the TwitchCord. Thank you for that as well. Don't get Milky Joe. Don't get me started on Facebook. He had a little bit rougher time than I did. Like I left. I did the 3 strike roll with Facebook. They pissed me off for the 3rd time, and I just went fuck it. I still use my Facebook page for promoting and advertising and helping other people and stuff like that. Of course, the Facebook group, TwitchCord. But since affiliated, I don't want to ruin my affiliation or anything like that. All streams are now on Twitch and all that. So to everybody that's in the chat, we're going to turn it over to a brand new streamer. He did start it modding and supporting for a bunch of people. And that's pretty much how I met him as well and became one of my mods. In fact, I've got both. I got 2 of my mods here. However, I'm going to point this. I got 2 mods in the house. I've got Lynette modding in the chat right now, which is absolute doll. So, Jason, welcome to streaming. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, absolute baptism of fire over the last couple of weeks because it wasn't, obviously my original plan wasn't around streaming in any way, shape or form. I think pretty much I came across Rhino quite a while ago. Started kind of like I was playing Division at the time, got a few questions around the Division, happened to find that Rhino was streaming, and I think it might have been on YouTube live.
I think we met on Slow Flow Dad's Gaming.
Did we? Yeah.
On his Facebook streams for Division.
I started asking him some stupid questions around the Division game, and they pretty much both of them at each time kind of like stopped their stream to actually or stopped playing to just answer my questions, which I found unusual, but also that amazing that somebody were willing to take that time to answer some questions that I'd got about the game. So I was kind of like hooked then at that point. Still no thoughts about doing it myself. But as I've obviously started helping out with the TwitchCord community and jumping into as many people's streams as I can do when I have got that available time, I've realised that it is quite a great community to be involved with. You've got people like Lizzie Bumblebee, who is just absolutely amazing with her community, all the stingers. You've got people like Physics, who looks after the Knights and all their community. We've got obviously Rhino, newly formed Rhino Nation.
Rhino Nation. We've got Metal Max with the As One group as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd like to give them a good shout.
When AP is part of that as well.
There's all these communities working together as one big happy family, and I think, and I said this today on somebody's stream, I think the more that we kind of like get this to as many people out there, the more that people will benefit from this type of positivity that we've got going on. So, like I said, my initial gut reaction for actually streaming myself was like, can I really add anything to this craziness going on out there? And then literally the other night, I just went, you know what, I'm going to press the button and see what happens, and started broadcasting. And I think I'm kind of like, I'm hooked. I'm still in the beta testing arena at the moment. Vince is going to kill me for that because he's real.
Yeah, we branded this as beta testing.
Yeah.
Maybe even alpha. Maybe even alpha.
Hashtag Vincinerater blackout.
Yeah.
I mean, if Vince can stream a blank stream and get loads of people in this chat talking, I think it's only a good sign for me. So as I said, guys, I can see why you do it. I can understand why you do it, because it's quite a good buzz, and to be involved with these communities is even better as well, because it is all about the support. It's about making each other feel good about what they're doing as well. So I think it can only be good as far as I'm concerned. So as much as I will be kind of like aiming towards a bit more streaming, I will still be obviously offering as much support as I can give to all the people out there, because like I said, I think it's only a good thing. So that's my story basically.
And here's a comment from Thugs Gaming. This is better than daytime TV. Thanks, guys. And sat here supposed to be going for a wash. Laugh my ass off. Don't want to miss anything though, or don't want to miss something though. So again, thank you very much for that.
So Thugs, the real question though, is it better than Saturday morning cartoons?
Saturday morning cartoons. Well,
I know what I'll.
Let's face it, Thugs. Daytime TV is not very good.
No, it's not. So that's why I picked the Saturday. But plus, the cartoons nowadays suck compared to the cartoons back in my day in the 70s, because those were like, you didn't have to worry about political correctness and blah, 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 and all this crap. It's like, hey, the Roadrunner got squashed, whatever, you're done. Daffy Duck's bill got shot off, you're done, whatever. You just come back. It's cartoons, people. So that was pretty cool. So that's basically history and streams from each one of us as well. So this is our backstory and how we became who we are today for you guys. And again, you guys are the ones in the chat supporting us. So it's really the community, right? So this is the reason why I stream, is because of you guys, the community out there. Because I can just game. Gaming off stream, I've been doing that for years. But this is a lot more fun because I've got a bunch of people dropping in, telling me about other cool games coming out, telling me how cool the games I'm playing and stuff like that, and supporting the channel. But I remember somebody in my early days of streaming, especially when you first got the monetization turned on, and you're trying to promote that, right? It's like, it's got it turned on. Woohoo! I get whatever Facebook stars or cheer bits or stuff like that. You're excited that is finally turned on. So I was promoting it. Then I got somebody in the chat just randomly say, "Why should I give you any money for playing video games?" I'm like, well, why don't you come over here, sit in my chair, play video games, and stream and interact with my chat. If you think it's still easy, by all means, don't support the channel. But try it before you actually bitch about it.
Never mind the time and effort that goes into it and the equipment you need to even, kind of get off the ground with it. It's an expensive hobby, to get into. So Lynette with a comment here. Can't stress this enough. I said this as everyone said on Izzy Bumblebee's stream. And also I said, Jake, you will smash this streaming. You have a lot of support behind you with TwitchCord support, Stinger Peeps, Stinger/Peep/Freak support. Hashtag Infernal support, hashtag Rhino Nation support. You're going to do it.
You're trying to get me to cry live on stream.
So tune in to Jake 2Z's Black Screen of Death.
Incinerator. Yes, Lizzie, I might be a little tired. I got a coffee here. We're making it work.
Yeah, Lizzie's the one. Like Lizzie and Lynette, they're like what's like 3 a.m. in the morning tomorrow for them. So.
I mean, that's dedication right there, guys. I mean, people like Lynette and Lizzie Bumblebee, who you've probably seen in your stream at some point or other. It could be like the middle of the morning, like 3 a.m., and they are still out there kind of like supporting the communities. So regardless of whether I get streaming or not, we've we've already got some awesome people out there like Lynette and Lizzie Bumblebee that really do know how to support these communities, guys. So massive shout out to those two.
Yeah, like the comments that were saying about streaming is hard, like genocide, yes, same here. We should have done this 19 years ago. Streaming. I should have did this when Google first made YouTube back in the days, because like I was playing like NHL hockey games and stuff like that back in those days, and I should have jumped on the bandwagon back then. Gamer Mommy 1. I feel blessed to have met you guys. Where's the Butterfly Swan one? Butterfly Swan one had a good one. It's something you invest in, which is very, very true. You do invest in it. And again, take your streaming in strides. Like if you're brand new to streaming, don't need to get all the bells and whistles going right away. Like as you can see my cheap ass green screen right here. Like that's just a piece of fabric. Like that's like, I don't know, $15 at the fabric store. The only thing is it's thin, right? So if you have any light hitting from the back, it's going to show up through. So put a piece of cardboard or something, like pin it to that to keep it nice and flat. But you don't need the bells and whistles to start streaming. Like I promote, if you've got the bare minimum and your internet and everything can handle great, go for it. Try it out. Yeah. And take your time as you go. Slowly upgrade your gear as you go. Because if you start doing all these bells and whistles right away, just remember, the more things you have, and Vincent will attest to this, because the more buttons you have, the more things that will break during the stream. Possible. So again, take your time. That's the advice. Take your time, and also don't worry about your viewers. Your viewers will come and go in waves. I've been promoting that big time. Followers will come and go in waves as well. Like I promote big time. Anytime I lose a follower on my channel, I just promote, hey, you're making room for more followers to come in. And the same with TwitchCord. If we have somebody leave TwitchCord because they don't think it's a right group for them, that's good. Hey, by all means. You're just making the door open for other people to come in and hang out with us. Your viewers, as I said, will come and go. Don't stress out. Have fun. I've done streams where I've talked to myself for 2 hours because there was nobody in the stream. I've also done streams where I streamed for 6 hours, and 2.5 to 3 hours of that, I forgot I was streaming. Like my chat was just like chatting with everybody, and I'm like, I had no idea I was streaming still. So take your time, be patient, and have fun. Stream what you want to stream, but be careful on some games out there because it is oversaturated. So if you are playing a game that's like there's like 1,000 millions of people or whoever playing the same game, you're just going to be like a tiny speck in that. So be patient. Yeah.
If you're looking to get noticed on Twitch, find a game that not everybody's playing. Find an older game that you love to play. Look at how many people are actually watching it, and try not to jump into a saturated area. I mean, some of the other YouTube videos I've seen, people will say like, don't look for a game in the top 10 or 15 most popular Twitch channels, right? Find a niche that you're good at and jump into that. Yeah. Your chances are, people will take a few mouse scrolls and they'll see your channel there and potentially
as well. You don't even have to think about the game, in all honesty. I think if you've got a good active chat and you're willing to interact with your chat as well,
that helps.
Some people have that real need to kind of come in to watch the actual gameplay. I think where like some of the interaction is concerned. So for instance, like Lizzie Bumblebee will stop the game totally and just sit and chat for 10, 15 minutes with her community. And it's things like that obviously grab people's attentions for them to not only stay, but return as well. So it doesn't really matter about the game sometimes, I think, as well. For me anyway, it's not always about the game. It's sometimes you just want to go in and have a bit of banter, talk to somebody, have a chat, and just get some responses sometimes.
Oh, exactly.
That's right.
Speaking of some streamer royalty, we got Slow Flow Dad in the chat, by the way, guys. He just popped in. He's like, morning, gentlemen. So Slow Flow, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And he's branching out as well, by the way. He's got stuff on his YouTube channel. I met him, Slow Flow Dad, on the Facebook, supporting him on Facebook and stuff like that. And he's my go-to guy for the division. Anything I need to know, I ask him. Yeah. And he's branching out onto the Twitch platform too. So again, if you need somebody else that will give you some great advice as well, so definitely check out Slow Flow Dad. He is in the chat, by the way, you guys, so you can link to his Twitch channel there. I think there was so from Mike Senachi. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Do you ever forget that you're not live then, or do you ever forget you're not live then find yourself talking to the screen like you are, or is it just me? Possibly. I have looked over to the computer and checked to see if I was streaming sometimes while I'm playing.
Yeah. I think for me, it's been common to start talking to myself even if I'm not on stream. Yeah.
And also Butterfly Swan mentioned, it's like her. She just mentioned, she plays Unreal Tournament. That's an older game. She's rocking that out. I actually seen her play some original Resident Evil 1. And stuff like that too, and a couple other horror related games as well. So
the only reason we're going to Butterfly Swan's stream is to learn all the new and latest swear words. So it doesn't matter what Butterfly Swan is on the latest of the swear words that she comes out with.
Yeah. Also, everybody in the chat, if you have any questions about streaming, feel free to drop it in. One of us will keep an eye out, and we'll try to aggregate some questions from you guys, and hopefully we can give some advice. And I think we just saw a Cookie Monster Stealer just walk past.
Yeah,
the duct. He's free from the duct tape.
Obviously, didn't use enough duct tape.
Yeah, there we go. Miss Mellon, hi guys. Got to go. I've had emergency call into work. Miss Mellons, thank you for dropping into the stream and hanging out with us for the pilot. Thank you very much. Of course, go take care of your emergency as you need it. So if we can keep track of people in the chat, if they have any questions about streaming or maybe gaming in general.
There's one here for Vince around streaming VR and checking the chat at the same time. Any answers on that one?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, that's a tricky one. Mainly it's tricky for me because I am streaming on a dual PC setup. So the challenge that I have here is audio input. But getting the stream chat or the Twitch chat into your VR headset, I'm just looking for the name of the application that I installed here. I'm using something called OVR Toolkit, which I purchased off of Steam. And that allows you to pretty much take any open window that you have on your Windows desktop and bring that into your VR world and actually pin it to things. So I'm supposed to be able to, pin that to my hand. So if I'm sitting there and I want to flip my hand up to look at a chat, it would bring the window into view and out of view as I twist things in and out. So I know I've had a few challenges with that. I had the window in there, but it wasn't actually, working properly, or it wasn't my chat at the time. I still have to go back in and test that, but that is the application I'm using that. There. It's called OVR Toolkit.
All right, so we just had another one pop up. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll type that in there.
Yeah, no. So we just had another one here from Dr. Suleiman. He's asking if anyone can recommend a good LED light to use for streaming. It could be anything. Like I have no light. I have no light. But the light that's coming out is I have a window to my left here, so that's where a lot of my face is lighting up right now. So I need to put a blind or a cat in the window to block the light. If you're using a green screen, for sure, you definitely want a good light source in front of you that's hitting the green screen behind you. So, and make sure the green screen, the light doesn't go through from the other side. So if you're using a cloth like I am, which again, you can just go to a fabric store and get a cloth. This is like I don't know, like 5x9 hanging from a curtain rod from the ceiling right now. If it's too thin, put a piece of cardboard behind it so any light behind it doesn't come through it. But you want to basically have a floodlight or a soft light that also is hitting maybe like at a 45-degree angle to avoid any shadows behind you on the green screen. But if you do the light properly on the green screen and you do a chroma filter on your stream, it'll be perfectly fine for that. But yeah, you kind of want something that's not going to blind you. But I know the Elgato lights are a little bit expensive, but they're very well done. You can also get those LED lights that I think I've seen Milky Joe have some behind him where you can change the colors and stuff like that. So you can do all that as well. So I don't know about you guys if there's any suggestions.
Well, I've just seen something from Gamer Mummy One saying around that she has Christmas lights up. So I mean, there's an alternative for you.
Yeah. So what I use, I posted it in the chat there, Dr. Suleiman. It is what is it called? It's just like a photography light. I bought an external power source for it. I kind of put it up on a tripod behind my monitors. It's I'm going to say an inexpensive way to get some lighting. I could probably use another one to have one on each side of me. But I mean, this is a good start. I mean, I got monitors that help illuminate me as well on top of this light. So
yeah, well, with the multi monitors, that's lighting your face up big time.
That's right. Especially if I have two white screens up.
Yeah. What? No black screen? Come on.
Vincinerater blackout.
All right. So we have another quick question that just popped in. I'm putting it through the ticker right now. Basically, it's asking about or XGrip. Yeah. Grips FPS PM. When is the best time to stream throughout the days? Like when Twitch has a lot of viewers and stuff like that. That's hard to say because Twitch is global, right? So we got Jason out in the UK, which is a time difference between myself, which is at least 5 hours, 6 hours between Vincinerator and Jason. Vincinerator and myself are only an hour apart, even though we're in the same country. So it varies. It all depends on where the bulk of your viewers are coming from. When I check my analytics, I've got a good chunk of viewers coming from the UK. And so to make sure I can get those viewers, I stream earlier in the day just because I'm able to work from home and to stream. Hence, on weekends, I usually stream at this time of the day to get all you guys to jump in. Now, I normally stream during the week, normally in the early evenings. And then I've got a whole different group of viewers coming in at that. So you got to play around to see what works for you and what you're able to do, right? So it's hard to say, but some days it's really good and you stream at the same time. On another day, it might not be really good. So yeah. It's a hit or miss.
Yeah, I think it seems you've just been saying with the time zone differences, there's no, I don't think there's any set patterns. I think if you just take it into consideration when we talk about our TwitchCord community alone, we've got nearly 400 people all streaming at different time zones, and getting to see some of the streamers at certain times is quite difficult. So, for instance, just an example, last night was the first time I managed to get into our ITC Gaming's stream. And that was literally because I was up around like 2 a.m. this morning. So that's the only reason I've managed to actually get into our ITC Gaming stream, which is, yeah.
Yeah.
The anniversary.
Twitch withdrawal, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I told Jason, it's your anniversary. Yeah. I don't want to see him on any fucking stream whatsoever. Like, it's your anniversary.
Everybody's stream yesterday. Yeah, literally got kicked out of everybody's streams yesterday to go and
ban him for a day.
I'm just having a drink to you, Lizzie Bumblebee, by the way. You were saying where's I drink, so I'm just there you go.
Make a cam with integrated lights. Yeah, Mellamax. Yeah, I actually use a copied version of that Kilo light from Razer. Mine's probably a Russian knockoff. I don't know where it is because I can actually see the glue on around the seam of the camera on mine, which I have a light so as well. So if I turn the button on now, I got even more light on a very pale face right now. So I can go transparent if I put the light on too much. Now I got red eyes. Thank you. But yeah, you can get a light that's around a camera. Razer has one called the Kilo as well. Being a Razer affiliate, I should promote that, but I'm at the max of the Razer affiliate program, so there's no benefit for me anymore for it, because it's actually a better benefit for smaller streamers, the Razer program. So if you want an affiliate program with Razer to get at least 10% off and discounts and stuff like that on Razer products, join the affiliate program. But if you're already at the max level, there's no benefit other than giving out links to other people and stuff like that. But yeah, you can get it like that, or you can go to like a photograph studio or a photograph shop as well. You can get a ring light where you can put your camera in the middle of the ring light as well, right? So you can do that, but just be wary. Jason's got glasses on. I normally have glasses on. If you're using a ring light, you can see the reflection off Jason's eyes right now, off his glasses. So because he's got the monitor and stuff. So watch out for any types of light directly at your face. And that's why you want to put it at a 45-degree angle, or either above you, either above you, beside you, or stuff like that. This way, you don't get the glare off the lenses and stuff like that. Or you see your fancy contact lenses. Who knows? Right. But that's basically lighting. So again, any other questions about streaming or gaming, feel free to ask. This is pretty much what we're going to do for this part on.
I've just seen the comment about from Simon, not so death-proof. Don't talk
about green screens
right now. I'm assuming the DIY is not going too good there, Simon.
Well, I think he had one up and it got trashed. Mine, I got to watch for a cat that rips on it because the kittens actually climbed the back of it. You can use software based on a PC to do a green screen effect, by the way. There are some software out there that you might have to pay for, or else you'll get a watermark across the screen. That you can do, remove the backgrounds and stuff like that, or put fancy backgrounds in the background, like Jedi Bandit. He's got the Star Wars themes in the background and stuff like that behind him. So you can do it that way. There are some pretty cool programs that can turn yourself on your camera into an animal character, like an emote and stuff like that on the screen, which I think is pretty cool. I think Vincinerater, I think you know what that one is, eh?
Yeah, I've played around with that in the past, and that's Face Rig.
Face Rig, that's it.
Face Rig, and I mean, I wouldn't suggest trying to use that unless you are running a dual PC setup. Because it's
resort.
It needs your graphics card, and your game needs your graphics card. Unless you're playing an old school game and you're sticking with old stuff, then that will, more than likely work out fine for you. But if you're like me and you want, you're in PC gaming because you want the high fidelity, it's not going to work. You'll suffer, major frame rate drops throughout it.
I'm going to put this question in next. Damn multitasking. Paste.
Freya here was telling Dr. Silliman if he has a spare phone he can use for streaming, because I do believe that Elgato launched an app that works with Apple devices that you can use your iPhone as a webcam if you have a spare iPhone.
Yeah, you can. There's that, and you can also, if you have a cam link from Elgato, you can also use a DSLR type mirrorless cameras and stuff like that, and which will turn it into a webcam. Some of those DSLR mirrorless cameras as well, like ranging from the $600 to $1,200 range, now come with the webcam mode on the camera. So you don't need the cable anymore. You just need a USB connection to grab the feed. But watch your draining of the battery. Just let you know, because those cameras, the batteries will go quickly if you're using it as a webcam.
Yeah. I'm using the 4K cam link, and I'm using a GoPro. And I was actually relying on NVIDIA Broadcast to kind of give that, bokeh blur effect. But, again, it's software based. You're relying on software to make sure that it's, not going to crash your stream. So right now, NVIDIA Broadcast is broken.
See the Batman poster and the gear on the shelves in the background. Pretty good.
yeah. It's not working. I don't have it turned on after yesterday's camera freeze event.
So the next question I've got on the ticker tape right now, it's more of asking for advice on how to keep traffic to your streams. So I know we have somebody from Jason could probably answer that as a non-streamer, have options you can do. But for Vincent and I, we can give your suggestions as well. But basically, damn, where the hell did it go? I lost that question. Damn it. Sorry, Jolly Bear. I had it in there.
Jolly Bear, how do you retain viewers? It's frustrating when people jump in and leave within a minute.
Yeah.
That's the one you're looking for?
Yeah.
I think
that'd be it.
Jolly Bear, what you need to think is, and I've used this analogy before, imagine if you were to invite somebody around to your house, whatever it is, and you were sat playing a game and you was just kind of like they sat aside you and you wasn't maybe interacting with them and you were just sat there playing a game, how long do you think that friend would kind of like sit there and last? And I'm not saying that you're not offering anything in any way, shape or form. What you need to think about is what is on offer? What are you offering? Because if it's just gameplay, is it going to be enough? Is it the game? Are you actually interacting with your audience enough? So you need to think about what is on offer for that person to come in, because we're talking about pretty much random strangers who may have just come across your stream, even if they've been in before. If there's not much interaction going on, is there any reason then for somebody to return or stay longer than a couple of minutes? So, and like I said, Jolly Bear, I've no idea what you stream or what you are like with your interactions, but it helps a lot when you do interact with people. So making them feel welcome, talking to them, even if you're kind of like engrossed in your game for maybe more than a few minutes and there's no interaction whatsoever, you might not have noticed somebody there as well. Some people are just coming for that interaction, I can promise you that. So have a think about what is actually on show for the people that are coming to your stream, and maybe just change it up ever so slightly as regards, do you need to interact more with your audience as opposed to thinking about more about the game? Because that's what I do, and that's why I stay in people's streams, is not so much the game. Sometimes it is a little bit about the game because it might be of interest to me, but I'd say it's 80% of my time I do spend with people in the stream is about their interaction with me, their connection with me, a bit of banter, just something to pass a few minutes is enough sometimes to make me want to stay and then also return as well. So what I would do is have a look at what is your stream like, what is going on, kind of thing, if that makes sense.
We also have the people that do, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's just because of the whatever they're doing, but they do want to show the support, so they do pop in really quickly, say that quick hi, and then they take off just because either they're at work or they're popping a tab up for you and saying, hey, I'm lurking. But I have no problems with lurking. All I would like is just, pop in the chats and just do a quick hi before you hit lurk, or do exclamation mark lurk, just to show that you're there, because streamers don't know if you're lurking or not if you're just opening the channel and you're not saying anything, right? So help the streamer out. If you can only stay there for a bit, or if you are going to lurk right away, at least just say hi, right? And this way the streamer gets the warm and fuzzy feel of, hey, you're here, and stuff like that, and you're good. But as Jason is saying, there's a lot of things you can do to keep the viewership there, but there are the small percentage of people that are just popping in quickly to show some support and then dishing out, or they're just popping in, checking out the channel and going, this is not a game for me. I might come back when you're playing a different game. So there's a lot of things that we can't control for that, right? So just patience with it, and see what happens.
Yeah, I think what Rhino's saying there is absolutely spot on. Is if it's in your control, if it's under your control. So, for instance, if it is the interaction, is it the game? Is it even just the actual stream itself? Does it look good? Does it look all right? Is it flowing? That type of stuff. They're the type of things that you've got control over. So, do your utmost with those bits. The people that are just jumping in and out, there's nothing anybody can do about that. So just I think you've just put a message on about going back and having a look at maybe some of your older streams. I'd recommend having a look and see what's going on and see if there's anything that you can improve on. Maybe just make some slight tweaks. But again, as long as you're willing to have a look and see what's going on, I think you might see where maybe there could be some little changes made.
Yeah, from the silent, you did a good comment there. Never give in, learn and change, and to suit yourself and others. Adjust your stream, make it there. I will admit, I don't go to very many COD style streams just because I don't play COD, right? So, and I also find a good chunk of streamers out there, all they do while they're playing COD is bitch and complain about the game or bitch and complain that they're losing. Now, I've seen some streamers turn it around. They played COD and they used to bitch and complain, and then all of a sudden they changed it around because they watched their own stream. Like, you got to think of it as a viewer. I'm coming to your stream and all I'm hearing is bitching and whining and complaining. Nobody wants to watch that. It doesn't matter what team you're playing.
Yeah.
So that person changed it around.
Outrage, yeah.
Viewers because he's playing, and this guy's good at COD. Like, he's really good at it. It's just he changed it around. He changed his language around as well to keep it fun and all that. And bang, he's starting to get the viewers back and stuff like that, which is absolutely awesome. He recognized what was not working to a game that he loves to play, and he just switched it up, and now he's got his viewers coming back, right? So, or he can do like Not So Dead Proof's his extended family there. Lady Trooper, Undead Trooper, Jedi, Evil Jedi, I think it is, Pushy Jacked, and Lady Teabag, the infamous Lady Teabag, by the way. They all get together and play COD against each other and just do matches against each other, and they have a blast doing it. Mind you, when you watch that same family playing Among Us, holy crap, the arguments between them. Holy crap. So it's hard to say. If you can't control the viewers, it comes that they go. Be patient, have fun, enjoy. Big shout out to Orange Dax 95, a fellow TwitchCord admin is in the house in the chat, you guys. So don't forget, say hi to him in the chat. Talk to him as well in the chat. We also have Loco Pescado Gaming. I see he's in the chat as well. Another TwitchCord admin. So definitely smash those follow buttons for those two and help the community grow as well. We have another one from Mike. I keep failing foul of mod settings. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. Can somebody explain what he's trying to ask for that one? Is it just because
the mod settings just getting in the way, preventing people from?
I don't know.
I know.
Was it the Wave something and Nightbot was acting up lately in the last couple of weeks from some streamers where they were just banning people for saying hi in the chat?
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, you don't want that.
I was in I was Arizona Weapons, I think that's his name. I was in his chat, and it banned me for one emote. Then it banned me for saying hi.
Oh, really?
It put me on a timeout, and he's trying to apologize in the stream. I'm like, no, don't worry, don't worry.
Yeah. You got to be careful your bots aren't turning people away.
Yeah.
Another big one that I've seen pop up in TwitchCord, I guess, for debate is, the whole aspect around follower only chat, whether or not that should be turned on for smaller streamers or not. And I mean, I don't think it should be, under general circumstances. I mean, personally, I've used it in the past when The Last of Us 2 launched, just because of the backlash and the hate around that game. Yeah. I turned on follower-only chat so you didn't have people jumping in and spewing hate. But when I did that, I also had an alert popping up saying, hey, follower-only chat is on. This is why, right? Yeah. But I mean, if you're looking for viewership and people to pop in and you have follower-only chat on, it really impacts those viewers to interact when you pass a raid on to somebody until that person actually hits follow. And that person may not want to follow necessarily till, they get to know the streamer a little bit. So, people shouldn't be out there using the follower only chat, unless there is some sort of circumstance going on in the gaming industry that's causing a lot of hate around the game that you're playing.
Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, I saw your comments. Yeah, you did fix it, because I did pop in to a stream earlier, and it does work. I was just using that as an example, because I know you were apologizing to everybody that was popping in your stream. Frey, like when we raided you, poof, it just banned everybody.
Yeah, because the emote, no emote stand was turned on, right?
Yeah, I know. He got like banned everybody.
and there are a lot of people in the community that like to go in and emote spam.
Yeah, and so that's like to touch on that point that Vincinerater say, because I had that question in TwitchCord actually about follower only chats or subscriber only chats. Right now, I'm not a fan of it for trying to grow your channel, because if you turn that on and you're kind of putting the brick wall up or a fence up or a window, like, hey, new viewers can see you, but they can't interact to figure out if they want to follow you by chatting with you and stuff like that. Because that's very important in the community, is you want to chat with the streamer, hang out, chat with everybody in the chat before you hit that follow button, see if you want to be part of that community, right? So putting a follower only kind of deters that for new viewers, and it's harder to get your channel to grow. I can understand doing a subscriber only, or if you're doing a specific stream for your subscribers only, because I know you can set up so only your subscribers see the stream, so other people wouldn't get really notified that unless they're part of that subscribers. If you're doing something specific for them, which it could be part of your package of promoting to subscribe to your channel and stuff. But I try not to do the follower only chat modes or at all, because I want new people to come to the stream and stuff. Because that's how I grow, right? So that's basically on that part of it, or my 2 cents of it. Is there any other questions that need to be talked about, or anything that anybody in the chat wants to know? Anything? Don't be shy. Any question is a good question. That's gaming and streaming related, please.
Yeah.
Because I am only wearing a shirt right now. I'm not telling anything else.
Yeah. Preparing for that Pornhub stream.
TwitchCord is like, right there. Look, TwitchCord. Mind you, mine says a min on it, right? So, which Jason, we're gonna get one made for you next month. So
when is Jake 2Z streaming? That's the question today.
What was that, Vincent?
When is Jake 2Z streaming?
Yeah. When is Jake 2Z streaming?
I think it might be time to get out of the beta testing at some point soon. So I might be streaming at some point this weekend. So that's all I'm saying for now. I'm not setting any date or anything.
Just have that follow hit and that bell ticked off, and you'll get notified.
Yeah.
Hey, Jedi Bandits in the house. How you doing? Sidious, Rhino Monster, OnlyFans. Yeah, that's the other channel.
We're launching that next month, the Rhino Monster OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's when you mix up. Do I do the TwitchCord makeup or the porn star makeup? One of the two. Jedi Bandit. Hey, Mummy Apex is in the house, you guys. Welcome. And Mummy Apex, Crystal, OCD Lady. 2 absolutely awesome communities that Vincent, myself, and Jake2Z stumbled across. Fully recommend jumping into their streams for sure. They basically are the reason why I promote my streams the way they promote it. It's a community. Follow if you want to follow anybody. You're not obligated to follow back, but that's the only way the community is going to grow, is if everybody is helping everybody out. So I do recommend both their groups. Again, we've got the Stingers are in the house as well, as I see. I see some people from the As One group. I also see people from the Knights that are in here as well. So these are absolutely awesome community groups. I fully recommend checking everybody out and checking those groups out. And we're going to try to do a lot of cross promotion between everybody's groups because everybody's got the same philosophy, which works well. And that keeps the groups going well. Sir, let me see if there's any other questions in here. You guys can chat amongst yourselves.
Smoke them if you've got them.
Welcome, yeah, smoke them if you got them. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so Jedi Batten, I saw him popping in. So we got him. Thugs is there. Dr. Sumlin, good TwitchCord community.
Yeah,
is in the house.
Yeah, it is an absolutely awesome, amazing community. I've seen, obviously, whilst I've been jumping in and out of streams, you see quite a few of the same names in a lot of the streams, and you can see why they're doing it. They are jumping from stream to stream, giving that support, giving those shout outs, talking on kind of like in the chat to the actual streamer, not only talking to the streamer, but talking to the other people in chat as well, which obviously gets that chat then popping. So, for instance, Vincinerator stream this morning, absolutely amazing because there were that many people all chatting amongst themselves, and he was just left to his own devices, actually playing the game for a change. So these are things.
Some people started screaming sound alerts in my ear.
Yeah.
Some of those alerts were well timed today, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're those sound alerts.
All right. Let's see here. I'm just whipping through all the chat. Everybody's talking to everybody, which is awesome.
Dr. Silliman had posted raid etiquette. What are our thoughts on raid etiquette?
And my thoughts on raid, or what I like to do for raiding, I prefer to raid somebody that's got less than 10 viewers at the moment, at the time that they're live. But I don't normally restrict it to that. Sometimes I'll just raid somebody that I feel like I want to raid just to show the support, and I say, hey, I see you've got 30 people in your chat or your stream right now. I'm going to send you another 15, right? Because even those people that have a lot of people in their stream, they are still trying to work to their new achievement levels that they're still trying to work to. And it's always good to send my viewers to say, you know what, here's a great community. This person's got 40 people in their stream right now. You guys need to meet that community. So I'll send them there as well. But I also look for people within TwitchCord members, because I'm one of the admins. I am promoting that we do help. We have been told that we don't help, but don't have to worry about that because that's gone. But we do help, and we do try to get out there. So I do try to, if somebody posted in TwitchCord to say, hey, look, I'm playing this game. I'm live now. Here's my channel link, and this is my goal. I'm trying to get the average viewers. I will take a look at that, and I'll see if I have you on my list, and I will try to raid those people as best as I can. I fully recommend and promote raiding, regardless how many viewers you have. If you got a raid of 1, that's awesome. A raid of 100, that's spectacular. Christ, if you have 100 people in your stream, don't log off. Just keep streaming. It's like, and try to raid who you feel like you want to raid. Don't restrict yourself to. I only want to raid this person all the time. Raid who you feel like you think you want to raid and stuff like that, and go and help out if you want to help out. But that's my raiding philosophy.
I think first rule should be raid. I think that should be plain and simple. The first rule should be just raid. No matter who it is, you just need to just do a raid, because the amount of times I have seen people who may even just got a couple of people and they've just ended the stream and gone. A couple of those people can obviously go over to somebody else's and see somebody else and interact with their stream, and it helps the community. So I think the etiquette should be always, I'm coming to the end of my stream, let me find somebody to raid. Plain and simple.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I always look to raid somebody. My end, I typically try to go through my list and find someone that is not affiliated yet. Because I'm going to say most of the people I'm following are from the TwitchCord communities or some of the, the As One group or Crystal's community. So for me, I'm personally looking for somebody to help with the viewers as a number one. And if there's nobody there, like I think yesterday, Hex the Harley Quinn was doing his first affiliate stream. So, I mean, it was kind of a party for him. So I threw my viewership over to Hex the Harley Quinn. So I usually let the chat on my end kind of help pick somebody that's in need and help and let them help guide the raid.
Yeah, and that's always good. Yeah, because the chat can help you greatly to say, hey, this person needs help, this person needs help. I have had a couple of raids where the person logged off just when I raided. So sorry. Sent you 15 people, you logged off.
It's happened.
It's like, whoops.
But again, if you can be in the process of organising raids as well, guys, if you can jump into somebody else's stream and kind of like pre-warn them, because obviously there is that occasion where we've had, like Rhino has said, we've gone into somebody's stream just as they've finished, kind of thing. And I know it's just bad timing at the end of the day, and it's just unfortunate. But if you can jump into somebody's stream and just pre-warn them that there is a raid about to happen, that always works well. So yeah, try to think about those things when we are in people's chats, guys.
Yeah, Jace, we'll send the goons out to make sure you stay live. Inside joke, by the way. Slow Flow Dad, can we get a spreadsheet for TwitchCord? Who is it? Not? Actually, Slow Flow, if you actually join our Discord for the TwitchCord, Reese has been doing, or Orange Dax 95, he's been doing a great job of making sure everybody that is affiliated and not affiliate is color coded in the chat in our Discord as well. So if you're a certain color, your handle's a certain color, that just represents that you're affiliated and stuff. But I agree with you. It's going to be kind of hard to follow who's affiliate and who's not within the TwitchCord family. Just because we're getting close to 400 people in the group now. We may talk about capping the group just to keep the members at a certain level, and it's a manageable level. So we may cap it in future. So we're going to talk about it, but we're not going to do it right away. But yeah, I agree with you. Trying to figure out who is affiliated and who is not. That would it's going to be an interesting spreadsheet, because I know TwitchCord has helped 26 plus people get affiliated in 3 months.
It must be well over 30 now. Must be well over 30 now.
Yeah, we have to be, because I think the last time I checked was with at least 26 people. And again, TwitchCord is only 3 months old, by the way, you guys. So we're February 1st, another birthday. TwitchCord, 3 months old. Let's see here. Is there anything else in the chat? Anybody else that have any last minute questions or anything like that? Because we are coming into, we're going to look for somebody to raid, by the way, so if you're a streamer and you've been active in the chat, because we have been keeping track of who's in the chat and who's been active. If you're starting a stream up, let us know in the chat right now that you're starting your stream up, and we will randomly pick somebody. So this is just kind of random, and we're going to raid you guys towards the end. So you've got 20 minutes. Get your streams up and going. Get ready. And we're going to move the party to your house. So make sure you got the beer ready. Get nachos. Get the dirty socks and underwear off the walls. We are on the way.
There's a tip. Make sure your scene behind you is looking clean and tidy. Nobody wants to look at dirty clothes piled up behind you.
Normally there's a cat like right here, at least one or two.
We're in Tess today. We're in Tess.
Yeah, well, actually, Tess is downstairs, but my big Maine Coon Willow, she's usually right here as well. So she's actually on the other side of the room. But so if there's any last minute questions and stuff like that, please feel free to drop them in, or any advice you want to ask or anything like that, please do. This stream will be going up as an archive on my YouTube channel at RhinoMonsterGC on the YouTube channel as well. So by all means, you can rewatch this out. I'm not sure if the chat will be there and all that. I think it's just going to be the video. So you can go back, check it out, and get any tips that you missed if we did any of the tips for you. And this is going to be a monthly thing. If this, just by the analytics that I'm seeing right now, we may have to do this bi-monthly, you guys, because this is an absolute awesome turnout. We've been hovering between 30 and almost 50 viewers in the stream for a good chunk of time. So thank you very much for helping out this test TwitchCord or pilot episode of TwitchCord Podcast Day. And we are going to have another one next month for sure. I'm gonna set that up. I have, by the way, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of who is going to be one of our guests. Melamax has agreed to join in next month. So I will be replacing one of these two guys with Melamax. So who knows? It might be a UK versus Canada next stream, because I might have Jason and Melamax. Who knows?
You're going to be outnumbered with PC players, though, Rhino. Just
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I need PC talking, right? I want to get some other gamers that are PC related and Xbox related, because I unfortunately only know the PlayStation side of things, right? So because that's the only console that I do. So, so hopefully we got some people in the chat that are getting their streams ready if they're streaming.
Local Pescado, our Eddie himself, has come up with a good idea as well. I know, like he says, it's hard with the time zones and the differences and everything, but maybe if we were to set up a few more kind of like co-streams within the group.
Yep. Oh yeah. I think Eddie, I think you and I are supposed to co-stream this weekend. So I know after I got to do a grocery thing tomorrow because we need food in the house. So anything after that Sunday, Local Pescado Gaming, let me know tomorrow. We can do a co-stream tomorrow for sure. I also would like to co-stream or also do some more games with some of my followers and members of TwitchCord, like Crazy Joker and Rock Beast. Absolutely fun playing some Division 2 with them. So for sure, I wanted to start doing some more of that. Gamer Mommy 1. I will get Apex and join you guys, because I have not played Apex. I will try it. I will jump into that and check that out. So yes. So let's see who is streaming right now, you guys. Who is streaming?
We've got Almost R. I'm not sure if he's still in need of affiliation.
Yeah, he was really close to Almost R.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, he fixed his stagger from the last stream. His PlayStation was updating in the background.
Bob Ross is streaming, if that's any good to anybody.
Bob Ross.
It's only at 3.1k K viewers, so I mean it's probably struggling a little bit.
Probably. You know what? No, here we go. Let's surprise somebody. She was in the stream today. She's playing some original Destiny right now. Our lovely Lady S. Let's get her going here. Let's surprise her and get her up there. So, we're gonna end it right there. So absolutely. Thank you very, 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 very much for everybody that tuned in today and hung out with us. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream and everything, go to our TwitchCord Facebook group and post in there saying, hey, how much you liked it, and if you're looking forward to another episode, because we will do an official season 1, episode 1 next month. And we'll continue it as a monthly thing, probably a bi-monthly thing, maybe by the end of 2021. We'll see. But again, thank you, everybody that tuned in. And we'll see you guys soon. And again, thank you to my co-host, JPT, and the Vincinerator. And I got to remember the camera's reversed. So we're going to set up a quick raid for the lovely Smurfette here. Let's do that, and she should get her a big surprise. She only has 1 viewer right now, So here we go. Start the raid. And again, a big, humongous thank you very much. Take care, everybody. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.